How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? VuduVince here, and we're in World of Warships, and there's been a lot of complaints about the British destroyers that are online that just come out here recently. We're going to take a look at them today. Let's see. I've not played the 2, 3, or 4. I made it in at the Acasta, and I also won the Icarus, Jarvis, and Lightning, so I was able to play all these boats before they first come out. And anyway, I rather enjoy them, but a lot of people have been complaining about the Acasta being a piece of junk. It's not the best boat in the world, but it's certainly not the worst. But there's been just a lot of complaints. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to go over some gameplay elements here. So we're going to go ahead and repurchase this boat. I'm going to buy it without a commander. And I'm not going to put on some kind of super duper commander. I've got a 10-pointer. I've got this Jack Dunkirk in here, and we're going to assign him to that with 50% training. And let's see what we can do here. We're going to do priority target is always a good decision. We're going to do the increased smoke radius. We got 10 points. We've got to be careful here. We're going to do increased charges, and we're going to do concealment expert. So the first game that we're going to have is obviously going to be kind of short. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to run this commander through a game with the Gallant. Now we'll run it as it is. Let's go to modules here. So let's go ahead and get the B hull on this boat and the increased still. So we're going to go ahead and get our smoke generator 2 and our damage control party 2. For upgrades, what we're going to do is aiming mod 1 that gives us minus 7% of dispersion. You could do the main battery turn rate, but you're losing reload time, and you need to get as many rounds out as possible while you have smoke. Under this still, you could do propulsion mod or damage control system 1. I'm going to go for the propulsion mod. And under this, we're going to go for main armaments. Some of you may go for the magazine mod 1, but I'm going to have the flag on, so it's not going to be that big a deal. Let's see. So we're going to go exterior. Go ahead and throw on the old closed beta deal. For signals, we're going to put on a Juliet Charlie. Completely eliminates risk of ship's magazine dead. Chance of fire, that's a Victor Lima. This one should be chance of flooding. Let's see here. Reloaded consumables. You could run a Sierra Mike if you wanted to, plus 5% to speed. And then what you do would be, let's do a Commander XP plus 50%. And then let's get a camo in here. Let's just run a Frosty Fir Tree here. So currently what we have is a 10-point half-trade commander. Artillery is at 11 kilometers. Concealment is up to 94, so detection range I see is 6.3. Torpedo should be about 6. Yeah, so 6 kilometers. So that's one of the chief complaints that people have. So now this is going to go down just a little bit, I think, to 6K. I think once this commander is trained, it'll go down to 6K. But let's get into a fight here, and let's actually go over some stuff. So now the British DDs are very interesting in the way in which they work. They have very short duration smoke, but they have a lot of charges. So the way that I've been using the boats is area denial and just harassing flanks, which is primarily what DDs are doing most of the time. This boat here is kind of the breaking point. You're either going to work through this boat or you're going to say, oh, this sucks and I'm not going to do it. Progressively, the boats after this are better. The Lightning is a lot of fun. It's pros and cons. So we're in here with, let's see, a good matchup. So this is a good matchup for this boat where everything's tier 5s. We've got a couple of tier 4s scattered in there, but that's okay. And we're going to get into this engagement here. So typically what you want to watch out for would be anything that has hydroacoustics, or if you get into a 6 or 7 game, sadly, then you'd have to worry about radar with the Indianapolis, I believe. But currently we don't have anything to worry about with that. So we've got 4 caps. What I'm going to do is, get a pretty good scattering of DDs. I'm going to head south towards D. So as you can see on our map here, blue dashed is our surface detectability. White circle is smoke. So in this deal, we're located by RPF. We got to remember that our crew skills are also only at 50%, so they're not working right now. So none of those skills that I have are actually helping me at the moment. Now I think after this game I should have the skills up, and I think it'll drop your detectability down to 6 even. So your detectability and your torpedo launch distance will be the same. Detection by aircraft is 3 kilometers, 3.2, something like that, 3K. Anyway, so that is something that you have to worry about. We do have aircraft. We've got a boat on either side. So what we're doing is we're going to head down here. Now, typically what's going to happen is that if another destroyer kicks in here, and don't mind me, Mitsuki, I'm just fucking driving here. Fuck out of the way, dipshit. Typically what's going to happen is we're going to get detected first because of our detectability range. So what you have to do is be ready to do some stuff. So now what we have is we know there's probably going to be a destroyer going to D. The Mitsuki has a lot lower detectability than us. So what we can actually do is start causing problems right out of the get-go. We have an emerald that's detected here. Part of the thing you have to watch out about is surface detectability. So there's a T-22. He's been spotted, but he's out of range. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on this emerald here. We're behind an island. We're going to go ahead and pop smoke. We've slowed down enough. Just got detected, but we're okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to start engaging from right here. And our smoke should last, everything's out, but we've got about 28 seconds on smoke. So currently we've got the T-22 lit, we're holding steady, we're behind an island, we're more or less safe. We're going to turn any aircraft off right now. Actually, we'll turn it back on. So our smoke is dissipated. We are detected. The Kongsberg's at 7K. We're still detected. We've got about 20 seconds before that pops, and we should drop. No, I think its aircraft's going to have us spotted. So right now, we're really not worried about our torpedoes. Now, what we may do, what we're going to do, is we're going to launch a couple sets along the reverse track of the Kongsberg. And the reason why we're doing that is he's at 7K right now, but see, he's turning into us. If he turns hard enough and maintains his turn, he'll actually be inside of the range of the torpedoes. We're going to fire them before he gets to torpedo range, because our torpedoes will get there while he's still in range. Now, he stopped his turn, which is fine. And as you can see, our smoke is back up. So what we're going to do is we're going to find a new target, possibly this T-22, because the Mitsuki shouldn't be able to really fight with him effectively. It's not a real fair fight. So again, we are detected here. Maneuver just a little bit, make sure that he doesn't do anything real wild. Make sure no one's shooting at us. Let's check our torpedo reloads, 42 and 43 seconds. Kongsberg's there. Currently nobody, well, I said that. Nobody was real worried about us at first. So we're going to go ahead and turn our AA off. We should get out of detectability here shortly. Go ahead and come to a stop and go ahead and pop smoke again. constantly chewing on this T-22. We're not doing it quickly, we're not doing it fast, but we are doing it. Redetect it again, because I don't have my mods on. Mods are pretty helpful in this regard, but you do have a smoke indicator. Pop that. Any second now, the detectability should drop. They did capture D, which is okay. But we're back out of detection range. 6K. We've taken one hit from the Koenig. We've done 8,000 damage and 20 hits. We defended the point, did a couple of incapacitations. Not optimal, but not bad. We're still alive, we're still good. Game's only been going for about 2.5 minutes. You know, so we're doing just fine. Now this is where the fun really starts, is over here with the Koenig with really no DD to support. Now we do have the 2 DDs, the Kamikaze and the T-22. But as you can see, we're up in points. They've captured that point, but it costs them a whole lot of stuff to do that. So everyone wants to complain about your detection range being the same as your torpedo range. Okay. So if we think about that, this guy is almost inside spot range. What we're going to do is go ahead and stop and slow and go ahead and put out our smoke. We've got 36 seconds to do everything we want to do. He's got torpedoes coming at him. We're going to hold our torpedoes. He's now in our torpedo range. Now he's well within our torpedo range. So now, we're going to go ahead and launch a set of torps there. We've got 17 seconds on our smoke. Now what you're going to complain about is you're going to go, oh, well, you know, you got freaking... You're well within his spot range. Yeah, we are. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out of his spot range now. And it's been a little while since I ran this boat, too. He's got a secondary build, so we always have to be ready with an exit strategy. And we didn't get any torp hits, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and pop some smoke. If my thing would work like it's supposed to. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and back up again. At some point, it's going to reverse. Come on. Slowly but surely here. Okay. What we want to do is we want to start another fire. There we go. We got 13 seconds. Alright, it's time to go. So he just put out a fire. He's in torpedo range. We've launched all of our torps. We're going to be back in detection range, or we were. No, we are currently. As soon as we can get past the initial point, now we're back out of detection range. We've launched a good spread of torpedoes, so he's going to take some hits. In fact, he's going to take that one right there, and we're going to get a kill right here. Boop. So, patience, planning ahead, and knowing what the boat is doing. Being ready to go. And not expecting more from your boat than it's capable of performing. This is not an optimal game. it's working well. We've got a torpedo hit. We've got some shots in. We got 37,000 damage. That's not a bad game for a tier 5 destroyer. Not at all. I mean, you're starting to get into people's average damage per game here. 42, 43, 45, 50,000. So now what we're going to do is we've won here. Obviously, we're keeping an eye on our mini-map. And we're going to go ahead and proceed into D and look for a new target. Battleships are what's the easiest to attack. They have short detection ranges. Well, against us, they don't do very well. Now, this boat is difficult to run because its torp range and its torpedo range, the spot range, are the same. More or less, 6.3 versus 6. We do have to watch out about enemy aircraft. So we're going to watch because these guys are probably going to attack us. We've lost our big defensive guns through bombing. This guy's coming to bomb us. We're going to go actually smoke up here. Got a fire. That's okay. He used it on us and not on someone else. But the cool thing is, we're down to 1 charge. I usually haven't used up my smoke. Very seldom do I run out of smoke in a game, but this game has been, there's a lot of aircraft running around, and I've kind of been forced to do it. And I'm talking at the same time. We're going to run another game, just to kind of see what we can do. One where the commander's actually trained up here. So we're located by RPF, which is not a problem. We've got no friendlies that are over in that slot. And that boat is actually sitting still. So what we're going to do is one of the boats, the Kamikaze, is still alive. His last known is here. So he could be anywhere. So we're going to be preparing for him to be hide behind this corner, just in case. So we're located, which means it's probably him. And he's probably fairly close. Yep, there's torpedoes. Which means he's right there. Look for him. Put a stream of torps out. We'll be ready for his torps. What we're going to try and do is, which way did he go? So let's look at his range. So he's still within that torp deal, but he can't see me. No one can right now. So we're going to be waiting for a close range engagement with torps. And, sometimes it's luck of the draw. We may get a torpedo hit. But this may also run him out of the smoke, so we have to be prepared left or right for him to come out. Instead, he sat in the smoke, which was a mistake. But we lost a good stream and we got him in there. So we've got all 4 caps. We saved our New York. We did lose a Clemson, which is not good. And now we can utilize this guy's smoke to do some damage to the New York, actually. Clemson got him, which is great. We're actually in shooting range of the boat. Got 8 seconds on smoke, so we're going to run and pop our own smoke. And so 48,000 damage. Top of the game. Let's see here. Damage caused by main battery, 17,000. Torpedoes, 12,000. 53 hits and 2 torp hits. And we did just about the same amount. Launched 40 torpedoes, but with only 2 hits. But 53 hits, 2 hits. We took quite a bit of damage ourselves, but not a bad game at all. Let's head back to the port and take a look and see if our crew skills are now up to 100%. So not quite. But we're going to go ahead and do that. So now all my skills are actually working. So now we're going to go into another game, just to prove that wasn't a fluke.